Okay, so now we're going to go through and do lab 5-2. So here what we're going to do is we're going to add, we're going to join our Windows 10 computer to the TEC330 domain, and then we're going to ensure that it is moved into the correct OU within Active Directory. So first thing you'll need to start up the TEC330 domain controller, TEC330 ADDC. I've already done that because I was already recording the previous lab before this, so I just left it turned on, but pause the video and go start that. Secondly, we'll need to start the TEC330 client. So we're going to start that up, and then we're going to connect to it. And we'll have to wait for that to boot up. Then we're going to log into the TEC330 client, join it to the domain, reboot, and then we're going to check on the domain controller to make sure it's there, and then move it to the correct OU. So I'm going to have to wait a second for this to boot up. Okay, so now we're at the desktop here, so we're going to do a Control-Delete. We're going to log in as the lab admin account that we created, which is the password. And now we're okay. So, first thing, we need to go to our settings. And then if you go under System, and then About, this is going to give you your, nope, there it is. Advanced System Settings. And then you go to Computer Name. You can do Change, Add to a Domain. So we're going to do TEC330. It's going to load. And then we're going to put in our TEC330 administrator account. Give it a second here. Okay, so now it says welcome. It's going to say you need to restart. Close this and then hit restart now. Okay. So this is going to restart, and now it is going to be on the TEC330 domain, which then you can log in as a domain user. Which is what we're going to do right here, just to verify that it does in fact work. So now you can hit Control-Delete again. We're going to say Other User, and then we're going to say Administrator, TEC330 /administrator, password, and it should allow us to log in as that. Now, obviously, normally you wouldn't be logging in as the domain administrator. However, I didn't want to go through and have to reset the password at this point. I'm not ready for that yet. So, that's what we're doing here. But normally you wouldn't be logging in as that account. So now, while this is doing its thing, logging in, we can go over to our domain controller and log in. And if we open up our Active Directory users and computers from our server manager, and we go to the Computers OU and refresh this, we're now going to see the TEC330 client in there. So the last part of our assignment here is to move that TEC330 client computer into the Accounting Computers OU. So that's where we're going to be testing some group policy out for this. So you can either right click and move, and I'm going to put it into the Accounting Computers. So now if I look in Accounting Computers, there is my TEC330 client. So pretty simple lab here. This was really just to prepare for the group policy that we're going to be doing next week. So that's it for this lab and for this week. And we'll be working on group policy next week, applying that to computers and users. So for this assignment, what you want to submit is a screenshot of your Active Directory users and computers with the TEC330 client computer object showing within this Accounting Computers OU. And that will get you full credit for this assignment.